My name is Chloe Fisher, part of Seekit International, and I'm a naval architect.
Chloe, your take on the path to marine decarbonisation?
From our point of view of the company, we're working a lot with unmanned surface vessels. So we're trying to cut our emissions in the first instance by downsizing our vessels. And we found that to be really effective, cut our emissions by 95% compared to conventional crewed vessels. And that's with a diesel-electric hybrid system. So next stages for us, we are looking at that extra 5%. And that's going to be using fuel cells. Hydrogen currently is our solution. However, we're looking at more optimization of it in the future with our next iteration of design, as well as composites. Because of our size, we can downsize it even more and look at lighter options.
Unmanned sounds very appealing until something goes wrong. How are you gearing up for what I hope never happens, but if there's an incident miles out at sea, unmanned, how are you anticipating, how are you gearing up for such a possibility?
Yeah, exactly. So as part of our design philosophy, we have a lot of redundancy, whether that's mechanical, flooding, propulsion systems. We have a sort of twin hull, in a sense, arrangement. It's a monohull, but our whole system is sort of twin in a sense. So we can have that isolation between them. Additionally, we work a lot with Lloyd's and we complete failure modes and effects analysis. We go through all of our systems, our structure, everything, and try and break down where the potential failures are. And we try and build in more of a background in 2-point failures and sort of embed it from that side. Operationally, we've got a lot of operating procedures and working a lot with ports, the MCA as well, to make sure that we are safe in the water. And operations that we have done, we quite often operate with a muzzle vessel or a support vessel, a guard vessel in a sense, to make sure that if anything does go wrong, we have got people in the facility or vicinity to step in and make a correction if needs be. But yeah, a lot of it is redundancy, communications as well, autopilots and safe position holding as well. So if we lose communications, we've got backups and automatic procedures in place.
You referenced fuel cells. We've heard at some length the potential pitfalls, the fact that there's uneven coverage along the supply chain. Your views?
Yeah, so fuel cells is fairly new for us. We're working as part of the Clean Maritime demonstration competition on a retrofit of our vessels. So it's been an ongoing project and it's all supposed to be delivered by December time. Systems integration is done by another company as well. But for us, it's about ensuring that safety of operations. And I think it's got its challenges, but it's interesting to hear from all the companies on solutions and ways forward. And it's that collaborative element. I think we're not necessarily experts with fuel cells, but it's bringing in the expertise that we need to support our operations.
In the last session, we heard that fuel cells are wonderful, technically innovative, but from a capital point of view, hugely expensive. Did that resonate?
I believe so, yeah. Costing's not so much what I do as a naval architect, but it is all part of a project, and that's what I'm quickly learning a lot about. And with the UK's government funding for research and development projects, I think it's great because we can demonstrate capabilities, but at the same time, it's trying to think about the commercial aspects and next stages for it. So it's definitely on the radar as a long-term sort of solution, and gradually the shift is going to be from diesel electric to fuel cells, but commercially, we'll see how it works out.
You mentioned as part of your optimization, you're looking at materials. In what sense?
So currently our vessels are aluminium in their construction. However, to get those weight savings and structural properties, we are looking at composites for our next design. So weight savings, so then we can put more batteries or extend the range of our vessels, because we find that for survey work, we don't need to be coming in. We can transmit our survey data across over the horizon communications and the satellite links that we've got. So we don't actually have to come into port that often. So a lot of it is about extending it with endurance capabilities of fuel cells and other things. So weight savings and structural strength of composites is looking favourable.
As you reflect on the conference content, what for you are perhaps the top 3 takeaways?
I think collaboration is definitely a hot topic, and that's resonating with us as well. We find that project partners and suppliers, everyone has got to work together for it. And without the whole team pulling it together, even within our company, we see different departments, different aspects of naval architecture through to systems, and it's all communications in that respect to ensure that we manage to deliver a project, really, and it's a success. Additionally, I think taking action and some risks as well. I think without acting, we're never going to get anywhere. But what we found is just those sort of small steps is really helping us to deliver our goals, and it's still interesting clients. So it's promising from our point of view. And finally, I think knowledge and awareness, training, the way it sort of filters through the whole network is really important. We've seen, talking about battery safety, the way it translates or filters down to the actual seafarers on the vessels is really important, and encouraging sort of the next generation for the skills force that we need to take this forward as we go fully net zero. It's very interesting.
And finally, as you reflect on the conference more widely, how have you found it?
Great. It's been very informative. My first big conference to come to. So I found talking to everyone, talking to people with different backgrounds and different industries, and the way it's all come together in a sense of delivering products like this and delivering new innovative solutions. It's really interesting. So there's a lot to take away from it, and hopefully, I'll be back in the future.